Hey there, Dungeoneers! Welcome back to Black Desert Online. Now, before we get into the video, guys, I want to apologize for the lack of content in the last couple weeks. For those of you who don't know, unfortunately, I am currently working full-time in retail, and the last couple weeks really haven't been good to us retail workers. It's been a really stressful time, it's been a really hard time, and I've pretty much been spending all my spare time trying to make sure I'm getting enough sleep, keeping healthy, keeping as stress-free as possible, and just trying to get through the difficult time. But I figured today would be a great day. I got a nice day off. It's beautiful and sunny outside, no stress whatsoever, and just the perfect time to make a Black Desert video. More content will be coming soon once things calm down a little bit more. I think that the current situation is going to get worse, but I also think that I'm going to be making a lot more content because I'm sort of in a better mental state because everything kind of came out of nowhere, and now we're sort of, I'm sort of prepared. I'm a little steeled against it, so thanks so much for sticking with me. I'm sorry I really haven't been saying anything. I just kind of went completely dark for about a month, but it's been rough, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'd be lying to you if I told you that it hasn't been rough, but besides that, we're back now. We're gonna stop talking about that because we got a lot to talk about. There's been a lot of changes in Black Desert, and I haven't been keeping up with all of them. But one of the main ones is they didn't really nerf Succession Warrior that hard, but they really buffed Awakening. And I love Awakening Warrior. I really wasn't a big fan of Succession. The only reason I was playing Succession was because it was so much better than Awakening. But with the new Awakening buffs, don't have time to go over them all right now, but if you check the patch notes of the last couple weeks, they really did make it quite a bit better. I just love Awakening Warrior so much. It's so satisfying to play. And, grave digging is such a fun skill. Slashing of the dead is a fun skill. He's got some great movement, especially because it's all cancels. It's not just like free movement like you get with some other classes. And there is somebody on my Blood Wolves. We're going to have to go and kill some other ones here. Another big addition, guys, is they gave us free suppressed boss gear. If you guys are looking for a reason to come back and play, definitely come and try and grab these. They are essentially free try boss gear. They just cannot be enhanced. And then if you decide you don't need it, you can vendor them for 200 mil. They're also doing a full set of the regular gear. You can see I have the Giath's helmet and the Beg's gloves as well. The armor, that's what I meant to say, not the gear. The boss versions of the armor. Let me just get away from these guys here. Are you going to follow me all the way over? Oh my god, you're actually going to follow me all the way over here. Oh my god. Go back to your spawn, boy. So everybody gets the weapons, and then you can get the gloves and the helmet if you're above level 58, if you're 58 or above. And then if you're over 60, you can get a dim tree, and I believe, not an Uragon's, but the other, or yeah, an Uragon's, I think. No, Muskins. I think you get Muskins, but I'm not level 60 yet, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get level 60 in the event period, but if I do, we'll be grabbing those. But like I said, guys, you basically get free try boss gear. If you don't have free try boss gear yet, it's a really, really good addition to your account. And if you do already have it, or better, you can always just vendor it. I think the armor sells for 100 mil a piece, and then the weapons sell for 200 mil a piece as well. Now, I put them on the warrior because my Musa already has try boss weapons already, except for the Dandelion, but I'm not really planning on using the Awakening that much, so I don't need the Dandelion yet. So I figured I'd put it on the warrior so I could have, two kind of geared up classes. So if I want to grind somewhere where, for example, the Musa isn't quite as good and the warrior is better, at least I have him on there. And then if down the line I decide that I need, 600 mil in a hurry to get a really big upgrade for the Musa, I can always just vendor them because I don't have to worry about selling them to the marketplace. But I'm playing on the warrior right now. I actually got this Eye of the Ruins ring drop over here at Blood Wolves earlier. And the Giath's helmet, I believe they were giving out a free piece of boss gear for something. I can't remember what it was. This was not a drop. I got it from some sort of an event. And we're actually going to open our Oasis Dream Chest, which is part of an event today. Probably going to get something bad like an Advice of Valks or something. Or, a single Cronstone. So that's absolutely lovely. Thank you so much for the Cronstone. Oh, one of the events, though, they did give me 500 Cronstones. So I guess that was pretty nice. But, yeah, so what have you guys been up to lately? Let me know in the comment section below. How has your Black Desert journey been? I obviously have not been playing it. I haven't really been playing too much of anything. I did a little bit of Albion Online, obviously. I played it for the last video on my channel. Very good game, although I did get quite a few accusatory comments that it was a sponsored video, and I was lying when I said it wasn't. It definitely wasn't sponsored, guys. I just wanted to try it out, but we're back on Black Desert now. Don't get me wrong, Albion is a really, really fun game, but I really need to pump out some Black Desert content, and then I'll probably end up playing it in the background a little bit, as well as making some PvP content from Albion, because the PvP is really, really fun. And I think it'd be really, really cool videos because there's a lot of cool ideas I actually had for it. So I figured that would be a fun time. Now, as for what we're doing in Black Desert, right now we're currently, as you can see, grinding Blood Wolves. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, I really don't want to be at Blood Wolves right now. I really wanted to be doing some Polly's Forest because I don't think Blood Wolves is great unless you're one-shotting the packs, which I'm not. But unfortunately, I was at Polly's Forest, and it was so damn packed. Like, it was crazy busy. So I swapped servers, and it was crazy busy again. And I didn't want to go all the way to Gahaz, because I don't really think Warrior is great at Gahaz. It seems to be much better for classes that are a lot faster in terms of PvE clears, such as, you know, the Musa, stuff like that. And I really wanted to show off the Warrior in this video. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I just love Awakened Warrior so much. He's so much fun. Grave digging is such a satisfying skill. I can't even put it into words how much I love that skill. His movement's really fun. He's just a really, really fun class. He was my favorite on the old Regs to Riches account as well. For those of you who tuned into the stream, you know that I played him quite a lot. We were actually, I think the last thing I did before we stopped playing on that account was we were actually grinding Proddy Cave, which was actually going surprisingly well. Proddy Cave, it's not a great grind spot, but the Warrior seems to be able to do it really well. It just seems to be made for him almost. Big packs of mobs that are pretty tanky, but he can kind of one-shot them really well. And, you know, it's just a really, really nice place to grind. But outside of that, that's pretty much all we've been doing, guys. We played a little bit of that, played a little bit of Albion. Now we're back on the Black Desert grind. I got a bunch of videos coming out. We're almost at the point where we can start grinding some higher-end content, so I'm really excited to start making videos on some higher-end stuff. And I've thought about it quite a lot, and I know that for pretty much the entire, you know, duration of my channel, I've really been ragging on the PvP in Black Desert. But I think I'm going to actually try and make some PvP content. I don't do it very often. Like, I don't PvP at all. So I'm going to have to try and learn. So hopefully you guys will stick with me through that. But I've thought about, you know, giving it a try. You know, doing some duels, doing some PvP content. And focusing on a couple different classes as well. I'm not going to... Oh. I'm not going to focus exclusively on Warrior, although I probably will be using him quite a bit because I think he's a lot better for PvP than the good old Awakened Musa, which I am currently using. The Awakened Musa is definitely better in PvP than its Succession is, as far as I can tell. At least that's what I've heard from my friends who play a lot of Musa, but I think Warrior is going to be my type of guy. You know, he's got a block, he's got a grab, he's got all sorts of good stuff. And he's just so satisfying to play. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. He's so much fun. I know I keep just like, this is just a Warrior gushing video, but oh my god, guys, this class is so much fun to play. If you haven't played Awakened Warrior since the buffs, I don't exactly remember what the buffs were 100%, but he feels quite a bit smoother. He's got, you know, he's a lot better just in every way pretty much. The list of buffs was like a whole paragraph. Like, it was actually crazy. And he's just so much fun, so I don't really have too much else to talk about, to be honest with you guys. I'm just really glad to be back in Black Desert. Like I said, don't get me wrong. Albion, hella fun. Really, really fun time. I met some really, really cool people. A guild called Conflict kind of let me in and sort of ran me through the ropes. You know, they give me a little bit of a loan to start up buying gear. They took me out to their hideout, which was in a high-end zone, sort of taught me the ways, taught me how to PvP, taught me where to grind, everything like that. And it was a really, really fun time. It's a very, very time-consuming game, sort of like Black Desert is. But the problem that I have with Albion, the only problem I have, is that it really suffers when it comes to solo play. Playing by yourself in Black Desert, or in Albion, is really not a good time. You really need to be running with a group of people for it to be a really, really good time, whether it's group PvP, group grinding, anything like that. Like, the solo versions are just worse. In my personal opinion, I'm sure there's some people who enjoy solo PvP in like 1v2, 1v3 type situations, but especially for somebody who's really PvE focused, the group grinding is just so much more efficient and so much more fun than solo grinding is. So it's one of those games, I feel like League of Legends, where I'm pretty much going to play it only when my friends are online, and I'm probably not going to solo play it too often just because of the mechanics of the game being, you know, a lot better when you're playing as a group. But as for right now, I actually don't know where I'm going. I haven't been paying attention. I've been too busy focusing on talking. Oh, had some sort of cooldown buff there. All right, so let's find out where did we actually end up going to? Oh, we're all the way over there. I went way off the beaten path. There was somebody else grinding over there, and I tried to stay out of his way a little bit, and I think I just ended up taking a wrong turn. It doesn't help that it's nighttime either, and nighttime at the Blood Wolves is so dark. You can't see anything, and it looks terrible to begin with too. For those of you who are fairly new to Black Desert, you might not know, some classes are more frame rate dependent on others for being good and smooth, and the Warrior is probably the most frame rate dependent, I would say. There might, I mean, Sorceress maybe, and then there might be some other classes that I don't know because I haven't gotten too in-depth into playing them, but I know the Warrior for a fact. Like, if you ever see somebody playing Warrior and they're playing on high settings, they're either new or they're doing it specifically so that the videos look good. Because every Warrior that I know that is playing seriously and they're not playing for content, they are always playing on as low a settings as possible. I can't play on as low a settings as possible. It makes me want to vomit. So I'm playing on low with high textures. And I mean, I'm getting over 144 FPS, so at least I'm getting, you know, a solid enough frame rate that I can play. But even things still like grave digging still makes me lag. Like zero effects turned on, super low settings, like everything turned off, and I still like tank my frame rate when I'm using grave digging. It's a weird class, man. I don't know. And it's weird that they have some abilities that are so like lag causing, but they're so frame rate dependent on being fast. It's a weird mixture, guys. But I still love the class. It's still really, really fun. I'm level 58 here, and I'm still not 100% versed on how to play the Warrior perfectly. So if you guys obviously have any tips or tricks you want to send my way, go ahead and I will definitely listen to them. I'm still fairly new, especially to what pre-awakening skills I should be using, mixing into my rotations. Like, I know that you should be using shift right-click to kind of gather the mobs up, but I feel like that's more important in areas where they're a bit more spread out. In Blood Wolves, they're not as bad. Plus, it's not really an area where you're leashing as much. Like, if I was over in, you know, Sakraya or Histria or Ackman, like any of those ones, those are ones where you sort of want to group the mobs up because they're not going to die in one hit. So you want to make sure that you're using moves that are kind of grouping them all up so then your entire burst hits all the mobs that you can hit, rather than just doing packs like Blood Wolves in the lower end grind spots. Warrior in general isn't, you know, the best at lower end grind spots. There's definitely better classes, but it's a class that I enjoy, and when it comes down to Black Desert, as I've always said to you guys, the class that you enjoy is always going to be better than a class that's mathematically better but you hate playing. So I always enjoy playing Warrior, and that's what we're working on right now. Obviously, the Musa is going to be the one that we're taking farther into the game, because we're not really going to get too much of an improvement on the Warrior besides accessories and armor, because realistically, I mean, I can't upgrade these anyway. I'd have to straight up buy one, and seeing as how I already have boss gear on the Musa that can be upgraded, I'm probably going to be going farther on him. But just kind of get back in the swing of things, I figured rather than hopping right back onto the Musa and power speed farming right off the bat, we'd have a little bit of fun and chop some dudes up with the Warrior. Plus, I mean, let's be 100% real here, guys. This armor set makes for some great screenshots for thumbnails. I'm not gonna lie here, guys. The thumbnails that come out of this Warrior are absolutely gorgeous, as I'm sure you saw from clicking on this video. But there is actually a couple things I want to talk about as well. I wanted to run some questions by you guys. So first off, I am obviously looking to try and eventually start doing this full time. And one of the most important ways for me to do that is to mention the Twitch stream. If you haven't checked out the Twitch stream yet, if you're ever interested in supporting the channel more than just by watching the videos, which don't get me wrong, watching the videos is tons of support. It's where I make almost all my money, is from ad revenue on YouTube. And just from watching this video, you are truly supporting in my dream to be able to make videos full time. But if you ever want to support in any other way, the Twitch stream is a great way of doing that. Besides the fact that I get ad revenue on there, I do have a subscription button now that I'm a Twitch affiliate. We have bits donations, and we might even be working on a little bit of merch. I thought about just doing, a couple like just sort of cheap t-shirts, just something to kind of, for the hardcore fans who just have been there since the beginning and they really want, something to rep that they've been a Dungeoneer for a long time. I thought about just making some t-shirts. They're probably going to be very memey. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the really serious type stuff. When it comes to like shirts, I want something like kind of funny or something exciting. I don't want, I'm probably not gonna make a shirt that just has my logo on it. It's probably gonna be something like, I was thinking of making, for those of you who check out the Twitch stream, we did a meat gathering stream, and tons of people showed up to it for some reason, and we started calling ourselves the Meat Squad. And I've thought about making like a Meat Squad tank top, because it's kind of funny that, buff guys are all meaty, and you know what I mean, like just sort of memey stuff like that. If that's something you guys are interested, don't forget to let me know in the comment section. That's where most of my communication comes from, that and Discord. So if you ever want to communicate with me, those are your best bets. I've also thought about doing either uploading a bunch of different games as well that I play in between Black Desert sessions. I've been playing like things like Enter the Gungeon and some other, like little sort of more not casual, well I guess yeah, casual, but like non-multiplayer games. If you guys are interested in seeing those, I can't decide between uploading them on a second channel so that the people who go there are guaranteed to enjoy them, or just uploading them on the main channel and then we have more content. So just something I've been kind of thinking about. I'm doing a lot of thinking. This whole, situation with working in retail has really made me sort of reassess what I want to do. And it has pretty much done nothing except reinforce how badly I want to be doing this full time. So anything that I can do to sort of improve your guys' experience to help make this a job, because I mean, I still look at it as a job. Anything I can do to sort of improve that. If you guys have any sort of suggestions for things that maybe you've been wanting, but or maybe you've even asked for and I just maybe missed the comment or anything, don't forget to let me know in this comment section sort of what you'd be sort of interested in seeing on the channel. Because I mean, if you guys just want, Black Desert content, a lot of PvE, a little bit of PvP, some commentaries, and the occasional first impressions of a new game, I'm totally fine just doing that. But if there's something you guys have been looking at, like you're like, oh, I really want to see, meme, like not meme videos, obviously. I'm not a big meme type video maker, but just, if there's something else you're interested in seeing, let me know. And if everybody just kind of wants some simple stuff, all the other videos that I wanted to make, I'll just go upload them on another channel. And you guys can come tune in if you're interested. Like obviously I'm not going to upload like a Minecraft video on this channel. I think I might have one already, but you know what I mean? Like this is a sort of MMO focused channel. So any of the non-MMO content, I can't decide if I want to upload it on the channel or not, but we'll have to see what happens, because usually I ask for people to tell me their opinions, and then nothing ever happens with them, and I'm sort of bad for it. I do listen, I promise. Like I am listening to what you guys say. I don't know, like my brain just works in really weird ways. And we have definitely been overweight for a while here. Not just overweight in real life anymore, guys. Now we're overweight in game as well. So I'm probably going to head on over to the horse here, and we're sort of getting back in the swing of things. I remembered why I loved playing Black Desert so much. It is such a fun game, and it's so satisfying to play, but I really need to start making more content on it. So if you guys are here for Black Desert content, good news for you is hopefully, unless I start working even more in the coming weeks, there's going to be a lot more Black Desert content coming out now that everything has been patched up and buffed up and we're all set and ready to go. It's sort of like popping a cork. Like once I get that first video out, because after I've made a break for a while, if anybody in here is make any sort of creative content, you know that once you take a break, getting back into it, like making that first one is like the hardest part. And then once you've made that first part, then you're all set and ready to go to bump out a bunch of content, which is what's going to be happening. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say today, guys. I wanted to thank you all so much for sticking with me and letting you know that, like I said, if you guys want to support the channel in another way besides just watching the videos, which of course that's all I don't expect anything. I mean, I love every single one of my viewers, but if you do want to support the channel and help me go full time, make sure you check out the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Dungeoneers live. Like I said, we got some interesting stuff over there. We got bits donations with different little mini games. We got, subscriber gifting, high score list, just little things to kind of pay back the community. I've also thought about doing a Patreon, but I really need to think about what I want to do, because I don't want to just be like, oh, thanks for donating $5. Like, I want to have like an actual way that you guys can kind of, you know, feel like you're getting something out of it. I'm not looking to be a charity case. I want to give back as much as possible. But that starts with content first. So content coming out. Thank you so much all for sticking with me. In the next video, which is probably going to be recorded either tonight or tomorrow morning, we're going to go out and do the 9 Dark Rifts that have spawned, because Dark Rifts have been gone for quite a while. Well, I say they've been gone for quite a while. They were gone for a little bit, and then I left for quite a while. And now I'm back. I'm glad the Dark Rifts are back, and it could be a good way for us to make some muns. Oh! That's where I got the Giat's helmet from. Okay, I just remembered. I got the Giat's helmet from doing, there was an event Dark Rift that spawned. That's where I got it from, but that's what we're going to be doing in the next video. We're going to go out and do a few more Dark Rifts. Probably going to do them on the Warrior, just because, I mean, the Moose is really good at, like, grinding, like, low-end grind spots in Awakening, but his single target isn't great for bosses, so I'm probably going to play the Warrior just because I can just grave digging and slashing the dead, and it does, like, huge chunks of damage. So, thank you all so much. Again, if you want to check out the stream, link in the description below, and if not, keep on watching the videos, keep on keeping on, and thank you all so much for sticking with me through the break, and stay safe out there, guys. This isn't something to shake a stick at. Make sure you guys stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. But don't pay attention to the fear-mongering in the news, because while it's not as bad as some people are making it out to be, it is still bad. So just make sure you keep an informed head on your shoulders. Don't go out and panic buy, and just make sure you stay safe out there. Thanks again, Dungeoneers.